like the movie. WMDX, the John and Gordy Family Show, 92.7 FM and 1580 AM, broadcasting from State Street. We're live overlooking a very wet State Street this morning.
Yeah, got some rain moving in.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you know?
Well, it's been here for a little while anyway. It's not torrential or no downpours. It's just, a steady little shower.
Some showers.
Basically.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to have off and on today. Yeah, just a wet day, but the good news is it looks like it's going to clear out for the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So Saturday and Sunday look all right. But
well, we grilled out last night.
You did?
Yeah, we had
fired up the grill.
Yeah, we got some chicken thighs.
Yeah.
It has to be a chicken thigh. It can't be a breast.
Okay.
And then you wrap them in bacon.
Oh, man.
And then you put it on the grill, no pan, just on the grill, and you just sit there and smoke it in the pellet smoker for about, 5 or 6 hours.
Slow cooking?
Yeah, you can slow cook it. And we do that because it's a great way to stay outside and watch the Kraken do her thing. My dog do
Crazy
her thing.
dog.
Yeah. We got lucky because Ann went out and she got a ball for her. Now, no one knows this except us, but we know that Border Collies love soccer. They love hitting that ball around with their snout.
Right.
So she bought a ball that you can kind of crunch a little bit, and the dog can bite it and bring it to us. But once she lets go, it returns to its shape, and we can just pop that thing in the air, and she pops it up really high, and she is airborne every damn time she does it.
Wow.
And it's just wonderful. I was just, and you know that you're wearing her out at the same time. And then when she's done, and this is like a summer vacation, basically, every time we go out with her.
Yeah.
And then after she's done popping the ball around for about a half hour, and I'm exhausted, I say, okay, into the pool. And we have this little kiddie pool. And she goes into the pool and starts chasing the waves. She creates the waves by pawing the water, and then she bites the waves.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of fun with power.
It was a great day yesterday for all of that. And I got a lot of exercise in because of it.
I don't know if I ever asked you, why did you name it Power? Power.
Girl Power. This is our first female dog.
Oh, okay.
And we just thought girl power, kind of celebrate that.
Well, she is very energetic, I'll say that.
Awfully energetic.
You can't help but notice that. Yeah, well, that's cool. You had a good day for doing that.
Yeah.
So the chicken turned out okay on the grill?
Oh, man. It is. Well, anything wrapped in bacon. God.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow, sounds great. Well, good. Yeah. Well, weather-wise today, let's check it out here.
Yeah.
Why don't we get the weather roulette wheel out?
Yeah, that would be good.
Went in for maintenance, needed a little WD-40, kind of, get it going again.
Slick it down a little bit.
All right, spin the roulette wheel. Let's find out what the high temperature will be today. And round it goes. And here comes the marble. And it's landing on, 72 for a high. That's it?
Red 72.
Red 72. Right now it's 61 degrees. And we'll check in with Brittany Merlot a little bit later on, get the deal on the rest of the weather for the weekend. Yep. So pretty cloudy and a little gloomy this morning over in Madison. The
gloom kind of stretched out from the Barrymore. Last night.
Well,
all across town, everybody's got their TV sets on to the debate.
I think the gloom extends across the country, John.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, maybe so. These things have a way of, it's a good thing they did this debate early on because now they've got another chance for another debate in September.
True.
Right?
Right.
So we'll see how, it was an interesting night at the Barrymore. I was there for a little while. I didn't stay for the whole show, but Crute and Dom were there. Of course, the Devils were hosting along with Maggie Dawn, and they were there and did a really great job. Big crowd, and people were reacting during the debate, both good and bad.
Yeah.
So,
well, people were breathless for that first, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. It was.
He did not start out of the gate well.
You're talking about Joe Biden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. This is not the Joe Biden that we were used to seeing, like at the State of the Union.
Which is only, 4 or 5 months prior. Yeah. He was great. Fantastic. They over-prepared, and we talked about this earlier off
Just
the air,
before,
but we think that he over-prepared.
Maybe.
And they made him talk an awful lot because he was hoarse.
Yeah, his voice was
Yeah.
very low-key.
And that was not good.
Yeah.
And his answer, I think his first answer was just robotic fast. He was trying to talk as fast as he possibly could to get every idea in that first question, that segment, and that didn't work out really well. Then he relaxed. When he relaxed and he got better, I mean, it was the old Joe Biden that we know.
Right.
But he started off very, very frail.
And it was a different kind of format. They couldn't bring out any notes. They didn't have an audience to work off of. And I think that was kind of an advantage to Trump, as it turned out, even though we thought the opposite would be true without an audience. But Trump was just spewing his usual lies and craziness.
Just insane lie after lie after lie. And, of course, Joe Biden pointed that out time and time again.
Yeah.
You just got to wonder, with a format like that, why they didn't include some fact-checking, just a little bit of fact-checking, anything. Just stop the son of a gun from lying. Correct them over and over again. And it was so frustrating, wasn't it? I mean, just understanding how bad...
Well, it's true. They could have included fact-checking. I mean, they have a whole team behind the scenes that could have done that either live or, on graphics or whatever.
And the thing is, we watch CNN from time to time. I check a few of their X's out on what was Twitter once.
Yeah.
And their hosts constantly fact-check their guests live on the show. And this time they just sat there like stumps, letting Trump just get away with whatever he wanted to say. And I want to ask the public at this point, everybody listening to my voice right now, did the economy seem as bad as Trump portrayed it in the debate last night? I mean,
no, I don't.
I mean, if somebody just said, "Wait a minute, that's not the world I live in," you would obviously know that he was lying through his teeth very badly, and just with ferocity.
Mm-hmm. And it just kept going and going throughout the whole debate like that. So we'll get into it a little bit more, but
Well, I hope not.
No,
I just want to get this out of my system here and not have to talk about it ever again.
Okay. Well, all right, we could do that. Let's look at the National Day calendar for today. It's Friday, after all, looking ahead to the weekend. So what's going on for June 28th? Which of these days is it, or is it not? Okay. Is it Logistics Day?
Yes.
Wait till I'm done with the whole list, will you?
Okay.
Is it Alaska Day?
No.
Is it National Hypnosis Day? Is it Insurance Awareness Day? Is it National Paul Bunyan Day? Which one of those days is it, or is it not?
Well, I hope it's National Paul Bunyan Day because I remember the Paul Bunyan statue in the Wisconsin Dells.
It's still there.
It is.
Yeah. Paul
and the
Bunyan.
Restaurant where all you can eat.
The restaurant is still there.
And eggs.
It's not my favorite place to go. It hasn't changed at all.
At all.
Since the 1960s. Boy, I don't know.
Are there any good, though? Are the pancakes any good?
No. Yeah, they're okay.
All right.
No.
Well.
No.
All right. But the bacon is always good.
No, I'm not going to comment on it because
Well,
I think you should make your own mind up when it comes to
screaming indictment there.
No,
but
it's
it was
for
a great
families.
memory.
The kids have
love
a good
that
The
stuff.
kids love that stuff.
Yeah.
You don't go there for the food. You go there for the atmosphere.
Yes,
the Paul Bunyan.
that's it.
Exactly. The log cabin.
And that's why I remember it. See, as a child, I remember it. It was very impressive to me.
That's what
my
kids
parents were probably they couldn't wait to get away.
Yes, kind of like that. And they got the gift shop there. You have to walk through the gift shop, in order to get into the restaurant, and you have to walk through the gift shop again to get out of the restaurant. So it's kind of like everywhere you turn, you can't help but like buy some stuff before you get in and get out. Okay. Sam, did you want to guess which one of those days was not in the list?
Not going to lie, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay. We're going to talk about that.
So interesting.
It's early. I just started having my coffee.
All right. Well, it's not I'll tell you what day it's not.
Okay, it's not Alaska Day.
No, it is Alaska Day, so you're wrong again. Sam, you don't remember any of these? It's Logistics Day, Hypnosis Day, Alaska Day, Insurance Awareness Day.
It's not Hypnosis Day.
You are correct.
All right.
Okay, why would they have a day for hypnosis? That's just
I was
dumb
hoping
as hell.
it wasn't Insurance Day or whatever.
It
Have
is,
either of
though.
you been hypnotized before?
No.
No.
Oh, I was at a hypnosis show once, and they pulled me up on stage to try and get hypnotized. It almost worked, but it didn't completely work, and nobody noticed.
Yeah.
So I just was up on the stage with 15 other people, acting along the entire time.
You were making it up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they had one of those acts that visited the Dells every once in a while, and it was the same kind of thing. Yeah, but they somehow made it.
Some people do get
some people,
hypnotized,
go into a trance.
Didn't you always watch the hypnotic guy on some movie or TV show, and you thought, well, can I get hypnotized just from watching this on TV?
Yeah.
Didn't you? As a kid.
Right.
As a kid.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there and you're
Right.
trying to get hypnotized by whatever you're watching on TV, and it doesn't work.
Well, how do you know it didn't work? Maybe you went into a trance and you don't remember
I'm still
it.
in that trance.
Maybe. Could be. Well, let's see. Should we get into the national days here? National Logistics Day. Why would we need a day to promote logistics? Well, the logistic industry plays into very important things in our national and global environment.
Wow. Well, that says it all right there.
The logistics industry first started to take form when Marco Polo traveled to China on the Silk Road. What? How is that a
How is that
logistics thing?
logistics?
He had to carry all kinds of stuff with him. His detailed written record paved the way for future traders and merchants traveling between Europe and China. I guess it really opened up the doors for import and export back then. And I don't know. It doesn't seem very interesting
No,
to me. I think so.
it's a bad one.
We're just getting started here. We'll get to Alaska Day and Insurance
No.
Awareness Day. That's really important.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It's all coming up on the Friday edition of the John and Gordy Extravaganza, live from State Street, downtown Madison.
If you've got the money, you've got a holiday. You can pay for your own holiday.
Okay.
Way up north, to Alaska. Way up north, to Alaska. North to Alaska, go north for Russia's home. North to Alaska, go north for
Pat
Russia's
Radio
home.
WMDX. We're talking about Alaska,
Yes, we
and
are.
we're going back to sleep.
No,
too.
don't. Come on. It's National Alaska Day. Come on, let's celebrate. Have you ever been to Alaska?
No,
Me either.
it's not around
Sam?
the corner or anything.
Can't say that I have.
Yeah,
Yes.
a lot of people haven't. Not only is Alaska the largest state, but it's also home to the highest mountain peaks in the country,
Of course it is.
including Mount Denali. In the last frontier, it's possible to test the theories associated with the Bering Land Bridge. What theories?
Well, the
Check
theory
out the
that you can
remote-
see Russia
You can.
from
Apparently.
Alaska. Yeah,
I guess you
we
can.
heard that once.
Yeah, that was Sarah Palin,
It
right?
was.
Populated by the Inuit, the Yupik, and the Tlingit and others, long before Russian and European explorers found their way to the Arctic land, Alaska supported the indigenous people with sufficient whale fat, beaver, and fish. The land of the midnight sun led to the next great gold rush. There was a gold rush in Alaska. In the Yukon, many would venture into the rugged north expecting to find the riches of the Klondike. So we salute Alaska today. Yay, Alaska. Yay. Okay. What else is it here? We got to get to Insurance Awareness Day, because I know that's right on the tip of your tongue as being really important.
Really important. Somebody paid for that one.
Yes. There's something on. How do you get rid of this? There we go. I like these touchscreen things.
They get dirty after a while.
Just came right in. Yeah, they do.
Is that with a fly?
I don't know. National Insurance Day. On June 28th, encourage us to review our insurance policies. I was just thinking about doing that anyway, and reviewing my insurance policies. Well, this is the day to do it. Insurance offers security covering loved ones and, recovering losses in the event of damage, illness, or death. We all know what insurance is about. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get into the history book. Boy, this is a National Day calendar for today. Not
really
that great.
Sucks, I know.
It's not good. Okay, let's hope the history books save us in this.
There were some good things that I found today. Let's open up the book.
Open the book. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
All right, let's see. Today in 1846, the saxophone was patented.
Wow.
Can you imagine a world without the saxophone?
No, I can't.
No, I cannot.
Wow. By
a guy named Adolf Sax. Very fitting,
Go
right?
figure.
What do you know?
Go figure.
What do you know?
He named it after himself.
Let's see.
But
Today,
it works. It sounds good.
Still sounds great after all these
Used
years.
in tons of different music styles.
Especially rock and
Very
roll,
versatile.
too. Yeah.
Well, the sax is way overdone. Thanks to the E Street Band.
Really? You're going to blame this on Clarence Clemens, the big man?
Why would you?
Come on?
Way too much, and all of a sudden, every group had to have a sax in it.
Oh, come on!
In their overproduced music, and it was just ridiculous.
Some people love the saxophone, and it's perfect for rock and roll.
Wouldn't you agree it was overdone a little bit? Just a little bit.
No, I would not agree.
Teeny little bit.
As a clarinet player, I will say saxophones are pretty great because they're so much easier to play than a clarinet.
Did you ever try playing the saxophone?
Well, making noise on one, yes.
Yeah.
They're so much easier to get wind through and make sound.
Would it be an easy transition for a clarinet player to play a saxophone,
like
as far as the fingering of the notes and all of that? Or
for a B-flat saxophone, yeah.
Oh, of course, the B-flat saxophone.
If it's in that key, yeah.
All right. Okay. Good enough.
Let's see what else happened today.
I thought they were more like kazoos, actually.
Why doesn't Art Paul play one then?
Yeah.
He should add a sax to his music. That'd be great.
Yes. Kazoo sax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Today in 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand is assassinated.
That pretty much started off World War I, I believe, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of almost didn't, but then it really took off. Yeah. It's a long story,
no,
Gordy.
Let's not get into
It's a long story. There's a lot of stuff leading up to World War I.
And you know that
That's
one?
100
and
years,
you know the history?
Yeah.
I mean, we can skip over it.
It's been a while since I studied it, but yeah.
Oh, you studied it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic.
Back
in school?
Yep.
Wow.
Is that
Schools
surprising?
actually teach history?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Back then they did. Yeah.
You'd hear the Republicans and nothing's happening in school. Really have to get a civics lesson. Take that civics test. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Well,
do they even do that
good
anymore?
on you, man.
A civics test?
They
used to do that.
I think they do.
Like at the end of
Required
fifth grade
to get
or
out of
something?
high school.
Yeah.
I think I remember needing to take it. It was quite a while ago.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Anything else in the history books?
Yeah. Today in 1969, the Stonewall Uprising or the Stonewall Riots began in New York City, leading to the birth of the modern gay rights movement.
There you go.
Yeah. Police raided the Stonewall Inn, and for a couple of days thereafter, a bunch of people of the LGBTQ community fought back against the police, throwing bricks, fighting them, hand-to-hand combat in the streets of New York, and gay pride became a thing thereafter.
Yeah.
A lot of movements back in the 60s.
That's right, especially 68, 69, 70. Yep. And anything before we close the book?
I heard about this when I was a kid, and I didn't think that it was real for the longest time. Today in 1997, Mike Tyson bites part of Evander Holyfield's ear off during a match.
Yeah. Yeah, Evander Holyfield. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all right. It's a long time ago.
I wasn't alive then.
No, it's okay. But you were worried about the ear. Was it real or not? Was it a wax ear?
It was real, and they stopped the fight for a few minutes and stitched up his ear, and he went back out there and fought.
Why did he? Was it just like a spur of the moment thing? Did he not even realize what he was doing?
Maniac back then.
Well,
I guess.
Yeah. Mike Tyson is not known to be a subtle person.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it was something.
Yeah.
We got a few birthdays here.
Oh, good.
John Dillinger, famous gangster, born in 1902. Mel Brooks, comedy legend, born in 1926.
Sure.
And our boy, the man with the X eyes, Elon Musk, born in 1971.
Elon Musk.
You see so many of these videos on X because he's promoting himself constantly, But he's promoting himself in these videos, doing his ridiculous, nerdy dance.
What?
God, stop dancing like a nerd.
What dance is he doing?
Oh, well, I can't really describe it. It's just, the way he dances.
I guess I haven't seen
that.
the
way Trump dances?
Oh, that way.
Well, it's pretty close to that, only it's even less coordinated.
You don't move your feet?
Oh, my God. Oh, it's just...
Move your arms a little bit.
Just trying to dance like a nerd is stupid. Just stop it, right? Okay, we know you're goofy.
We know you're.
When you're super rich, you can dance any way you want.
He can do whatever he wants. You should know that by now.
Well, I'm just giving him a suggestion. That's all. One that you'll never hear.
Because you're a dance aficionado. You really know your dances.
I hate dancing completely.
Cha-cha. You were big in the cha-cha and the twist back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Swing.
Your mother had you do ballet lessons when you were a kid, right?
Yeah, tap dancing lessons.
Tap dancing.
That's right. That turned me off to dancing completely.
Yeah. Do you still do the hokey pokey at the weddings and stuff like that?
Boy, if there's a dance that I hate more than anything, it is that one. That one.
How about the chicken dance? You good with that at the wedding?
No,
okay,
that's
so those two are
either.
pretty bad. Yeah.
By the way, our little company parties featured the chicken dance.
You refused to participate.
I refused to even be known to be a part of this company at that point. I left,
The chicken dance.
I'm not with this
Put
group.
you over.
I'm not with this
Yeah,
group.
you're just passing by.
Chicken dance. What the hell? What are we doing in Wisconsin, People like Wisconsin.
Did you take square dancing lessons in school? Remember those?
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
I never
they still
did.
have you
Really?
do that.
Yeah.
Do-si-dos.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Swing your partner.
That's it. 629, 61 degrees, rain coming down. We're just getting started on John and Gordy show for Friday. We'll have Rocker in the studio with a vaccine preview a little while later. Coming back with more.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by saliva. Remember, when seeking to moisten the parched membranes within those hard-to-reach oral cavities, more people use saliva than any other bodily fluid. It's wet, it's tasteless. You can use it to shine your shoes. It's saliva. Recommended by the American Mucus Association.
And it turned out to be, pretty good stuff. Mad Radio, WMDX, 92.7 FM, 1580 AM.
Wet your whistle.
On the magical old radio dial in your car.
That's right.
God. Or you can just go on your phone with the Civic Media app and text us and give us a call that way. Tell us what you think. Mm-hmm. I know we touched on the debate first thing out of the gate this morning. I hope everybody caught that. It was incredible observations by both of us.
Yeah. Well, if you saw it last night,
it is what it is. Right?
And okay.
Wow.
Yeah. You can comment on it. You can send us a text, give us your comments, 608-879-8255. The Barrymore Theater last night was, I think, almost sold out. And a lot of people were watching the debate there and cheering and booing and reacting.
So after about the first 10 minutes of the debate, everybody's out getting a beer, right?
There was a lot of going in and out of the lobby. I don't know if it was a disaster necessarily.
Yeah. Well, Biden improved
as it went on.
About halfway through. But the initial start was slow and
kind of halting.
Halting,
in his
robotic.
Presentation.
And he tried to get a lot of stuff in right away because he was under that clock. So he thought he had to kind of race through it.
Yeah.
He didn't have to. He relaxed much later
Eventually,
on. And
kind of loosened up a bit.
And started making sense again. But it was hard to understand some of the things he was saying initially right out of the gate.
Right. He was having trouble with his voice. They said they kind of commented after that he had a cold. But
I don't know if he had a cold. I think they over-rehearsed.
Maybe.
And he talked too much, and
Perhaps.
he just became hoarse from it.
Whatever the reasons, he had kind of a halting performance throughout the debate, where he occasionally lost his train of thought and just stopped talking and kind of went up.
That wasn't good either. Yeah, losing his train of thought.
On the other side of the stage, the spewing orange mass of humanity just could not stop lying and just throwing out one thing after another. Just would not answer questions. Would just say we'll get to that in a moment, and went on his own spew of
and he talked on the economy, and if anybody wanted to kind of compare their life to what Trump was describing, they knew he was lying.
Well,
the economy is nothing like what Trump was describing last night in the debate,
and it's a mystery to me why they wouldn't do fact checking.
Yeah.
Why not just...
Why wouldn't they have said that? Because we've watched these individuals. They have fact-checked their guests on their shows on a regular basis. They know what they're talking about. They could have come back with very quick quips in correction of what Trump was saying, but they didn't. They just let him go on and on and on, and Biden had to correct, and I think that actually gave Biden something to do, and show his stuff. Because he knows his stuff.
He does.
But I think fact-checking would have dramatically helped the situation out.
And I just wonder if that was part of the deal when they made these debates, when they...
wouldn't do that.
That they would not do fact-checking.
They wouldn't interrupt.
Because this wasn't really run by the debate commission or whatever that's called. It was just, for the first time, they're not a part of the picture. It was just set up by CNN, and they fed it to the other networks. And so, no fact-checking, apparently.
Wow.
No audience, no notes.
You got to have fact-checking, live fact-checking. Yeah. You have to have that.
Seems like it would be a no-brainer.
It's even happening on the local news shows now.
Well, right.
They're fact-checking. And for them to just sit there like, mannequins on stools, well, that didn't work.
Jake Tapper and Dana Bash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised it was just the two of them. I thought there would be maybe more debate moderators.
Yeah,
but
it turned out pretty good.
Anyway,
the thing they could have. I mean, Trump could have shouted from where he was. His mic might have been off, but they were so close together he could say things and you could hear it in Biden's mic, but he didn't.
He didn't. He played by the rules.
He played by the rules.
Yeah,
But give him credit. I think he should be president because of that. Yeah, he played by the rules.
That's what he's always done, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's why he has 34 felonies.
That's why people love him so
tagged
much.
onto his rap sheet. Yeah. Oh, boy. So, yeah, we're interested in your thoughts if you want to share them. 608-879-8255.
Or if you just want to get on with your life and act like it never happened.
We're there for you, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're with you walking down the street. Should we get to the big day tomorrow, by the way, is National Kringle Day.
What?
This is from Up North News. That is fantastic stuff. The backstory, last year, the Racine Raiders Football Club, a nonprofit, located in the Kringle capital of the world, Racine, wanted to run a special promotion to honor the pastry that made Racine famous. When they realized there wasn't a specific day to celebrate the Kringle, well, who noticed that? People with a lot of time on their hands. They decided to create one themselves, so they created this day. They decided National Kringle Day will be held every year on the last Saturday in June to coincide with the date the Kringle became Wisconsin's state pastry.
Okay, well...
2013.
I noticed there here in the office there are some Kringle fans because
they bring Kringles.
It shows up every once in a while here, so somebody is on the ball on this, and I enjoy some of that Kringle from time to time.
Listen to this. This is this tells you what a Kringle is.
What is a Kringle?
10 years ago this summer.
Yeah.
Mike Vanda Wald's sea salt caramel pecan Kringle was crowned North America's very best Kringle. All right. Vanda Wall, or Uncle Mike as they call him.
Oh, yeah, he's always been known as Uncle Mike.
Yeah. Beat 11 other bakers from 5 states for the title. Yeah. Get this. Yeah. But unlike the competition, Mike had only been in the Kringle making game for a few months.
Wow. He
beat everybody in the Midwest doing this for a few months, and he decided his bakery should start serving them. And that was it. The rest is history. So he tried it out, and he won the contest. That is amazing. Kringle history.
You're making me hungry now for some Kringle.
All right. Do we have a call?
We do. Let's go to the John and Gordy hotline. Mark is on the line with a question or comment.
Mark is brave enough to want to talk about the debate. Mark?
Go ahead.
I don't know. Hey, guys. I don't know if I'm brave or not, but and actually going in the lobby before we went in, a couple people came in. And they recognized my voice from the radio.
Oh,
good enough.
Kelly and Peggy. So I sat with them during the watch, and it was, I was disappointed that Biden, seemed a little slow, and the voice was too soft. But when you're deluged with a cavalcade of just a constant miasma of lies that Donald Trump spewed out. I mean, I don't know if there was anything that Trump actually. There's like one or two things that Trump said that was actually factual, but most of the time he did not answer the question. And even though repeatedly asked to answer the question, he just went off on his own little tangent. I mean, that it is just.
Mark, the best example was like one of the last questions where, are you going to dispute the election?
Right.
And all of a sudden he's like in Russia. He's talking about all these different things.
Right.
And then
they came back to it.
They came back and said, the question was, and I laughed at that point. I thought that was funny. I completely forgot the question myself.
Well, and he answered, if it's fair, of course I'll,
if it's fair.
If it's fair and legal and everything is good, then I'll.
But there is a clip, and I think I have that clip where he says that they're going to dispute it anyway.
Okay. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just nonstop, and it sounds like they are not going to accept the election results if Trump loses.
Right.
I mean, and that. And what needs to happen is they said this is because they did repeated audits and recounts and all that, and like Biden said, all the lawsuits that Trump brought forward, failed, and that they lost the election. And what gets me is the people that still refuse to accept the results of that election. I mean that, and
that's evident.
They're certainly not the martyrs of anything that those people that were convicted. I mean, that they're...
The thing here, Mark, is that if we lose democracy to a dictatorship because Biden was a little slow on the draw, and because he is aging in front of our very eyes, I'm seeing some decline there myself. I hate to say it, but last night was not a good showing, and they're showing repeats, of course, of Biden stepping down off the stage with the help of his wife.
Right.
That doesn't look good either. I'm worried now at this point.
It was not a great look. Yeah.
Well, post my chemo and all that, I've got some neuropathy in my feet, so I'm not as steady on my feet as I used to be. So that I have some sympathy there, but I think Donald Trump is so jacked up on whatever he snorts every day that.
I have sympathy for
he was on this jacked up
for age. I mean, these things happen as you age, and I understand that. But at the same time, it feeds in to the right wing meme that he is not up to the task and that he's declining quickly. I don't think he is, but I do see a decline.
Mark, thanks for your call.
Thanks, guys.
All right, I appreciate it.
Okay. Remember back in 1960. We'll go back in time the time tunnel to 1960, the Kennedy-Nixon debates, and the people that listened on the radio thought that Nixon won, but on TV it was such a different look. Kennedy was nice and tan and was looking good, and Nixon was over there sweating and like mopping off his brow with a handkerchief.
Yeah,
it was awful.
That was.
So the people that watched on TV thought, well, Kennedy's the guy, but people listening on the radio thought just the opposite. Nixon made all those points. That went.
People listening on the radio, what their impressions were.
Yeah, well, they thought Nixon had won it, but with something like last night, with all this,
you got to wonder, right?
Yeah, with all the pauses that Biden took and all some of the sentences that just meandered out and kind
of
disappeared, and it was pretty evident that he was having some struggles there, unfortunately. But I
don't know. It's almost like freezing up in the headlights, isn't it?
Well, it is.
It was something like that, and he's done this so many times.
And I think that some of it is a lack of an audience there, because I think they would have both fed off the audience energy a little bit. I mean, I was all for this not having an audience, because I thought, well, Trump's just going to be a cheerleader there for his side and, do his usual song and dance, and they'll love it. But maybe that audience was the lack of an audience was worked against Biden more than Trump.
And if you noticed anything with any of Trump's answers, he didn't give any policy at all, what they would do. He talked about how great everything was when he was president, which was a complete lie as well, but he never gave policy or any indication of what he would do if he were president.
Right.
So we have Catherine on the line?
Yeah, I think she's talking about the debate. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning. I just have a question for people like you guys who might have done debate class when you were young, because I know the Midwest is all about forensics.
Yes.
And the East Coast was not where I was raised. So the not fact-checking, every time they kept asking, it felt like they were asking Trump first. I felt like he talked more, probably because he spoke so fast. But I'm just curious, did you take forensics when you were a kid? Because that format, like you said, he could say whatever he wanted, and Biden didn't even get to say, well, that was wrong.
Right.
That's not true.
Yeah, I took forensics, and debate was one of those categories, but I was in radio speaking, what they called radio speaking back then. It was actually a debate or a forensics category. But yeah, there was debate, but there was a very formal format for debates.
Right.
And that's not what this follows at all.
This was not. I mean, I bet debate people across the country are furious.
Well, furious,
yeah.
They did give Biden a few chances to respond, which was good, but they stopped doing that after a while, and they just let Trump go on and on. I agree with you on that, Catherine. Thank you. We've got a
6:49. Coming up more, we'll have more reaction to the debate last night, and Rocker coming in our next hour.
Right.
Do you have more, Catherine?
Oh, thank you. No, sorry.
Do you want to jump in? What's that?
Have fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, yeah.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah.
You need the room, you need the space. You gotta find yourself a swinging place. You gotta fly, you gotta soar. You gotta live a little more. Don't try and fight it, you've been invited. Come on and swing, swing, swing.
Yeah, baby.
Swing, baby.
Mad Radio, the Mad Pad. WMDX 92.7 FM at 1580 AM. John and Gordy, the family show.
Mm-hmm. It's groovy.
Yeah, we're talking about the debate last night.
Yeah.
And you noticed something that was kind of interesting.
Well, after it was over,
Yeah.
Maybe 10 or 15 minutes after it was over, and the pundits are giving all their 2 cents about, Biden and Trump and everything. And then they go to the live after party, or whatever you want to call it, the after debate get together, where Biden is out there with his wife, Jill, and they're talking to the crowd and everybody's cheering, and Biden said a few words, and he was relaxed, and he didn't seem to have trouble with his voice there. I think the energy of the crowd, again, kind of lifted him up afterwards, but he seemed much more relaxed and normal. Of course, he's with his people at that point and not, trying to answer questions. But, yeah, he seemed just fine after the debate. You didn't notice any problem with the voice or like he had a cold or anything.
He didn't have any problem with the State of the Union at all.
No,
he came out swinging.
Up. Yeah, yeah. Of course, that was scripted, but still, he threw in some ad libs.
Oh,
and,
man,
was interacting with the audience a little bit. Sam, did you have a comment?
Well, I was going to say, John, I don't know how much like in front of like live audience stuff that you've done, but Gordy, you've done some of that, and
a bunch.
I guess I did some of that as like theater stuff.
Yeah.
But would you say as a speaker, performer, whatever, you feed off the audience?
Oh, well, absolutely.
Exactly.
And I was fortunate enough to be like the main stage announcer at the Tommy Bartlett show, the ski show.
Yeah.
I know you always kid me about this, but that's a crowd. That's a huge crowd sometimes. I mean, that stadium it was a performance arena right on the water there, but it could hold 2,000 or 3,000 people at times, and they would truck them in, tour them in from all over to be there. And so there's definitely an energy from the crowd that you can feed on, and you can tell which pockets of the crowd are enjoying the show and they're cheering, and so you react to that.
How many years did you do that?
3 seasons.
Okay.
Including the last season, which we didn't know was the last season because then the pandemic really kicked in and really kind of
something you told me about
69
doing
years
that,
yes.
being that announcer.
Right.
And I thought, this.
It was fun.
This was, a test of fire for you.
Okay, what are we talking about
because
now?
You described disasters that happen out on the water, and
occasionally things wouldn't go well,
and you would have to spin it and talk about it and fill time and do all of that, and that is just
it's why they have you there.
That's why they have you
time.
there. But that has added to your ability to just maintain this announcer approach to things, keeping things steady, letting the crowd.
Let me tell you something about water skiers. First of all, they're a very independent bunch, but they're also, they all know each other, but it's also very competitive within that.
Yeah.
And but they all, when they're out there, they are a team. truly. You can't build a pyramid on the water without everybody cooperating, right?
Exactly, right.
And doing exactly what they need to do. So they'd have the pyramid of 10 or 12 skiers up there. But occasionally, they have the kite that would go like more than 500 feet in the air on a tow line from a boat. And one time the kite was having a little problem. And it started to circle down and it kind of came out over the audience, and then it went back out into the lake, and then it landed. It was obviously a rough landing. And the kite kind of folded, and the skier was under the water. And you got to just kind of...
Were you narrating that whole thing?
I was.
Yeah.
I was, and that ends the first part of the show. Then it's intermission time. So we're going to take an intermission right now while we're going to regroup, and maybe we'll get the kite back up in the air for the second half of the show.
Resuscitate the...
He was actually injured and broke his nose, I think, and it was a very rough landing. And but it's a live show. You just got to keep going and try to, they take the spotlights off. It was a nighttime show too, so they immediately doused the spotlights, and then the other boats came out to rescue him. I mean, he was hurt, but he was okay. It all turned out all right.
Well, that's always good to know, and a nice happy ending there, Gordy. Wrapping it up for us.
I'm just saying.
We all feel better now. We can continue on with our breakfast.
There were other times where Aqua the Clown would have Aqua the Clown was there for 69 years. Not the same clown.
What a
name.
It
was a different clown.
I just love that. Aqua the Clown.
Yeah, he would occasionally act up, or sometimes they would have a guest Aqua that had been with the show years before and would come back just for one performance and come out and start just messing with the MC just at odd moments in the show, and you would they'd kind of get out of control, and you really took the clowning a little too seriously.
Wow.
And, try to throw you in the water and that kind of thing.
Finally get his revenge, right?
Yeah, I guess. It's a shame the Tommy Bartlett Show really helped to make Wisconsin Dells and was there for 69 years.
And they had to shut it down. There.
Well, they just could not bring it back.
Now it's still there. The building is still there.
The building is there. The property's still for sale. Yeah. You got $7 million. Go up and buy it and see what you can do with a water show.
Is that where they have the spaceship and all that?
Yeah, the exploratory next to the used to be called Robot World. They
Robot
had
World,
real cheesy robot. Devices.
But that's still there.
It is. It's actually expanded, and it's really nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something to take the kids to. They love it.
Not like the Paul Bunyan breakfast.
Listen, I don't want to go down this road because
Look, kids remember the Paul Bunyan breakfast no matter how the adults are unimpressed. All right,
it's not exactly the most nutritious meal in the world, but the
whole Dells experience is there for kids, except for the torture museum was.
They don't have the torture museum anymore.
They don't?
No. They let that go.
The sadomasochists love those,
Well, maybe so, but that's just a different era now. Fort Dells went by the wayside too. Fort Dells, you might remember that.
Yeah, that went away.
That went away because it was cowboys and Indians back then. Remember when you were a kid? So the cowboys always won. And
that's not a good thing to have up in the
nowadays. Kind of not great.
But they do have the upside down White House.
They do.
That's still there.
That's still there. There's plenty of fun things in the Dells. Lord. That's going to wrap it up for this first. We've got Rocker with a preview of Max Inc. Weekend coming up.
Yeah.
On the John and Gordy Show for Friday.
All right.
On WMDX.
It's the John and Gordy Show.
John and Gordy in the morning.
As we were saying,
let the sun shine.
It's the John and Gordy Show.
It's the John and Gordy Show.
Do you know what this means?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
You're pretty high and far out, aren't you? What kind of kick are you on, son?
No good bastard. Your show sucks.
What made me think this was a good day to stop drinking?
Buddy, you want coffee?
Coffee.
Black coffee.
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 I want That's about people like you.
What a load of crap.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
We'll do it live.
And that's the way it is.
Only on Mad Radio 92.7 WMDX. Take it away, boys.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we're talking about the debate last night here on the Family Show, and we're hoping you're having a good morning despite the debate last night.
Yeah, kind of drizzly and rainy and overcast and kind of crummy out there. 61 degrees, highs today in the low 70s. But, yeah, the debate's what people are talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
you don't have to listen
too.
to right-wing radio to hear criticism of Biden at this point.
No, there are plenty of Democrats that are
they're just
up this morning
at this point.
Well, running around with their hair on fire.
Yeah.
Just like, what do we do? What do we do now?
I know.
Numerous op-eds calling for Biden to bow out. That's what CNN is saying on one of their headlines this morning. So that's the reaction to last night's debate. And if you saw it, interested in what you think, you can call us or text us, 608-879-8255. I watched it at the Barrymore Theater where Dom and Crute were there along with Maggie Dawn and a bunch of people from Civic Media were there, but a good crowd there. They were reacting in real time, of course, watching it.
Yep.
And
we're just being honest here.
We
had analysis after the debate as well.
Yeah.
And, it's just, you call it as you see it. And, even some of the historians were incredibly disappointed.
Yeah, Tom Friedman.
Yes.
Coming out this morning with a column talking about Biden's performance or lack of it.
Lack of it.
Mm-hmm. And maybe they should open up the convention to other candidates. So all of that is in the news mix here and probably is going to be at least for the next day or two, if not longer. And pretty much silence now from the Biden camp about any reaction.
I got an idea. They could rerun this debate at the Museum of Historic Torture Devices. add it to a display.
In Wisconsin Dells?
Yes,
we've discovered it's actually still a thing
still
there. The Torture Museum?
The Torture Museum, for short, but it's the Museum of Historic Torture Devices, and this video would go well there.
Take Grandma and Grandpa to the Torture Museum.
Here's the description. They do have a description somewhere online. Discover the darker chapters of mankind's use of torture from the ancient Roman crucifixion to the Spanish Inquisition and beyond.
And beyond?
You have to go beyond that. Get acquainted with the most infamous tools of torture, including the thumb screws, the rack, the cucking stool, and the much. I don't know what that is.
Stop talking. Just stop.
Well, if I knew what it was, I would.
Yeah, don't.
All right.
Why don't you move on?
And the much dreaded Chinese death cage. I'm sorry.
What a great place to take the family and the kids. Do a pack a picnic lunch.
I wonder does the Dells have a wax museum?
Oh, I think,
I wonder if the Wax Museum and the Torture Museum should get together on a project.
Maybe. They have the Wax Museum is still downtown there.
Exhibits include torture devices, graphic images, and detailed descriptions.
Okay, I think we've...
Oh, by the way...
The debate would fit in perfectly here.
Oh, man.
There's a note here, descriptions in English and Spanish.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
That's
okay. Yeah.
Again, the Biden-Trump debate will be a feature there fairly soon. What?
Okay, Biden, they're finally they've been talking on CNN. I'm just saying they've been talking about there's not much reaction yet from the Biden camp, but they just said that Biden is not going to be replaced as the candidate. That's the first thing that from the Biden camp this morning.
One of the things I've been stowing away here, and that'll probably be in Dumpster Fire Friday someday because
What's that?
I'm just not getting to it.
Okay. Well,
but recently, Pete Buttigieg was interviewed by House Republicans, and he really laid into him without actually laying in. You know how Pete is so clever. He's so well spoken. He knows exactly how to frame things and how to put these Republicans in their place.
Yes.
And I have a few clips that
He's
are
masterful at that.
just incredible. And I also have to tell you, and I will reveal this to you.
What's that?
I ordered a Pete Buttigieg action figure.
A what?
And I got it in the mail. I got it in the mail a couple of days ago.
There's a Pete Buttigieg action
Yes,
figure?
there is.
John, you sure love playing with your toys.
I do.
What?
I do. I had to have it. You know,
Wait a
I
second.
have a Fauci action figure.
Like, I can understand I can understand a bobblehead or something like that to have on your desk.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do with an action figure of a politician?
Just stand. Well, I mean, it looks just like him. And
So you have
I
a
don't like
Dr.
bobbleheads.
Fauci
I
action figure
I have
too?
a Fauci. Yes.
I didn't even know these things are available.
Yes.
You found it
They're
in
about 6
Amazon?
or 7 inches high. And
Yeah.
But anyway, I finally
Bring
got
the
it.
Pete Buttigieg one in.
You should.
Why don't you
Should
bring
I?
some of these in? We'll show them on Facebook and stuff.
Okay. I know you're a friend of Pete's.
I was, I knew him. I mean, not close friend, but yeah. When I lived in South Bend, I actually interviewed him
a few times.
4 or 5 times. I was one of the first people to interview him on TV, and he was immediately well spoken. You know, you just think, man, this guy's special.
Smooth.
You know, he speaks 7 languages.
Yeah.
He was in the military intelligence. He's traveled the world. He's really well spoken.
Rhodes Scholar, right?
Yeah, Rhodes Scholar. Went to Notre Dame and then on from there. But and a very, very accomplished classical piano player as well.
Yeah,
really talented.
Did he play in your show?
No, he didn't play on the show, but they had a big performance. You know, they had a downtown theater there, and he came out and opened the show. He was mayor there of South Bend for a couple of terms at least.
Mayor Pete,
and he came out before one show. There was a performer there, Ben Folds, I think. And anyway, he came out, and the grand piano was out there, and Pete did a couple of songs, and it was just incredible. He was really good.
Yeah.
And, very talented
Was it
guy.
Ben Folds who did music with William Shatner, too?
Could be. I don't know. Not sure.
All right.
Well, if only there was a device we could look things up like that. Just do a little research.
Well, we could see. You know,
maybe
we have listeners.
Do we have internet? Okay.
Listeners out there that can check these things out. They certainly know how to come up with eggplant emojis.
Don't go. Here we go again.
Here we go.
Now everybody in the company is
I still
going
think
to be
it's hilarious.
Yes.
All of the other I wasn't at our producer meeting this week, but I watched it afterward.
Yeah.
And they were talking about this.
Really?
And I wasn't there to explain it. They still have no idea what's going on.
They see the same things that we see.
Right,
is
right.
that right?
Mm-hmm.
On our screens.
God. Yeah.
So they're wondering about the eggplant emojis. What are those guys talking about? Yeah. Well, we've got a pretty good collection of them now.
You are posting those.
We've got a Facebook album of the submissions.
Oh, cool. Got to check that out sometime.
Well, don't tell the other producers what keep it a mystery for a while. Let them keep asking what's going on.
Well, we got a big thumbs up from Brittany Merlot in regards to the eggplant emoji replacement.
The eggplant versus the cucumber dilemma.
The cucumber, and she agreed that the cucumber would be much better than the eggplant.
Okay, so now are we asking for cucumber emojis? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm thinking maybe that would be the best way to go.
Sure, let's expand that.
But maybe we can make that a thing now, so we can replace the eggplant with the cucumber emoji.
Sure. Yeah.
I just want to kind of get into this very quickly, Johnny, techno guy.
Okay.
You can create your own emojis now with the Gboard.
Okay.
If you swipe.
Okay.
When you're texting, you have a keyboard there.
Okay.
And you can create your emojis on that keyboard. So you can combine emojis and create your own different emoji. And you can do the cucumber emoji if you'd like.
Okay, we can try that.
We'll see. We'll see if anybody else has so much time on their hands now that they could actually do something with that.
Sounds good.
All right.
Well, Sam is talking to somebody on the phone right now, so I'm not sure what's what's happening. But we'll continue. Did you have something on Rachel Maddow we wanted to talk about?
I do.
Of course, she has a lot of reaction to the debate last night.
She mentioned that Trump does not like elections. He does not like the system of voting. And I've got this clip. I do want to play this clip because I think it's an interesting rant.
Okay.
That she
so
had.
You've got
she doesn't rant very often, but she kind of went on a riff on this. She was interviewed on another MSNBC program.
We're looking for the Rachel
and that would
Maddow.
be 159.
Okay.
159.
All right. We're getting that.
Do we want to go to Dick first? Yeah, let's
Sam?
do that. We might run out of time here, so let's get to Dick.
All right. Dick is on the phone this morning. Good morning, Dick.
Good morning. Okay, it was bad.
Yeah.
But the moderator, too, on several occasions, Trump would just vacillate out into Never Never Land when he was asked something specifically, and he would never answer the question. He'd just start rattling on.
Yep.
And a couple times Biden would, tried to point these things out. He shouldn't have been wasting his time doing what the moderators are supposed to do.
That's a good point.
Answer the question.
Yep.
And they just didn't do it. And it was frustrating to watch for me from that standpoint.
Yeah.
Admittedly, he was way off, but look what happened in the first primary in 2020. And then Clyburn backed him.
Yep.
And, after that first primary, but he counted him out. It wasn't good. The optics weren't good. But still, I just don't understand the moderators not pressing Trump a little more.
Right. I agree with you, and I think the entire tempo and complexion of that debate might have changed if they had at least questioned Trump on a lot of the BS that he spewed. All of it was BS, actually. Somebody mentioned that there might have been a few facts in there. I lost those. I didn't see any.
Right.
But I mean, that would have changed it, and then Biden wouldn't have to have spent so much time correcting the lies, and he could have gotten the policy and bragged a little bit about what he has been able to do in the last 4 years. Yeah.
All right, Dick. Thank you for that call.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
We've got Brittany Malone coming up in just a few moments.
Yeah, we'll get a weather update, see what the things are.
What's happening this weekend?
Things are shaping up this weekend. Also, Rocker.
Yes.
Getting ready to give us a Max Inc. preview. It's all coming up on the John and Gordy Show.
Kind of stuff that's like kind of off the beaten path, but
Please.
really
Hey, Brittany.
important. Like, because my father-in-law, he comes to me all the time. He's just like, "Oh my God, the polls are just saying that Trump is going to win," and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, "Dude, let's start reading the actual tea leaves. Like, what is actually people saying? Like, these group of CEOs are like saying no. These Nobel economists, they're saying no. You know what I mean? Like, let's And in the independents." Like, that's the thing I thought, is polls are catching all these people that are all...
20 seconds.
We got to talk weather here with Brittany, but...
Brittany might do us.
Oh, hi, Brittany.
Hi.
She'll talk about the weather at Summerfest, you said, right? Because you're playing there tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
Now let's do that.
5 seconds.
Is he playing it?
What's new with the weather? What's new? What's with the temperature now? What's the high? What's the low?
Amazing jingle. Not AI generated.
Nope. It's weather time with Brittany Merlot, our civic media meteorologist, joining us
on
this morning.
WMDX.
Yes.
Good morning.
92.7. Good morning, Brittany. How are you doing up there?
I'm pretty good. It's
Yeah?
raining up here. How about you guys?
Well, we've
Same
got a lot
here.
of rain here as well.
Yeah, rain. It just
rain, go away. Don't even be back another day.
Exactly.
We've had enough.
Well, thank you for that forecast, Brittany, and have a great day.
You're welcome.
So we're going to get rid of this rain, though, right? A little bit later on today.
Yeah, trying.
Tonight.
Yeah, are you saying that there might be a possibility of some showers this weekend as well? Don't say it.
No. I'm going to give you that. No showers this weekend. How's that?
Okay. All right.
Just today.
Just
It's
today.
kinda
Okay.
Dicey.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So what we've got going on is some moderate rain right across the western border. So they're already seeing a half an inch to nearly an inch of rainfall accumulate, but a lot of that is holding over there. Right now we're seeing the light rain, kind of scattered sprinkles push in through the rest of the state. And that's going to be the same case as we go through this afternoon. So just really light, spotty rain. We actually might be dry through a good chunk of this afternoon, but then after about 5 p.m., chances for some scattered showers and storms do start to surge on in. Now, where they're going to be is kind of all over the place. I think a lot of us will see them as it pushes through. I don't think a lot of them are going to be severe, though. We're only at a marginal risk for severe storms, so I think a lot of that's going to stay into Iowa, and they're going to kind of pitter-patter out as they head our way. So maybe some heavy downpours and gusty winds, and that's about it.
That's good. That's okay.
Now, does Summerfest start this weekend? Is that the way
That's
next
been
weekend?
going on. Yeah,
It's
it's
already started.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they have 3 weekends, and this might be the middle weekend. I'm not quite sure where we are in that.
Rocker, do you know Rocker's in the studio?
Are you playing at Summerfest?
I am playing at Summerfest tonight. So I am very interested in what this weather is going to be because we kick off at 6 p.m. and we're right facing the lake.
Tent? Is it a tent event?
A tent?
Under a tent? Inside?
Actually, it's in the Cask and Ale building. I don't know if you know that building, but there's like a lower lounge that's covered but open to the air.
Okay.
There's like couches in there and stuff, and they actually put the stage in there. There's a bar. It's honestly my favorite stage.
It sounds like it.
So you're there tonight.
In there. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Kick back and listen to some Iron Blow.
What time are you playing?
6 p.m.
Okay.
All right. A lot of time to get to Milwaukee and check that out.
So, Brittany, what can I expect tonight?
Yes.
When I'm playing at Summerfest.
I think you might be the headliner. It might be pretty cool. Water
funnels?
Yeah. I think about my favorite concerts and the most memorable ones, and they're always the ones that have the rain. Maybe a storm delay. I'm serious. Okay.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. All of my favorites. I think it was like Led Zeppelin, Linkin Park. You know, you're out there on the grass and all the mud's rolling down. But anyways, I know Summerfest doesn't have mud.
This is kind of the dark side of Brittany Merlot we're hearing today.
Wait a minute.
You're saying she likes the rain and the torture and, some of the mud. And
it's fun. It's so much fun. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Come on. We got to get you out.
I've been to Alpine Valley. I've been in that nightmare. I'm leaving that behind.
Oh, gosh. Well, there's going to be definitely rain chances tonight out there, Rocker. I think a lot of it's going to be holding off until 7. So that's why I'm thinking you might be the headliner, right? There might be lightning chances pushing in by 7 to 8, probably 9 o'clock or so. So we'll see how the end of the night goes. But I think that your concert might be one of the better ones. So rock on.
There you go.
Yes.
And REO Speedwagon is just after us.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. And we're right by the big theater. So it's almost like we're opening for REO Speedwagon.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it. Are there any of the original members of REO Speedwagon?
A couple of the roadies are still with them.
Okay. Just had to ask.
Okay. Well, that'll be a fun show. Good for you. All right, Brittany. Anything else beyond the weekend? Anything for the 4th? I know it's way out there on the extended forecast.
Yeah.
But next weekend, 4th of July weekend, any
predictions
on that?
Is there any way to predict?
No, that was too far. That is too far out. But I will tell you that we've got a system moving in Monday night into Tuesday. So let's hope that Mother Nature has that out of her system, calms down for the 4th, and we'll probably have something for the weekend, to be honest.
Well, we could help. We could help a little bit. We've got the weather balls here. Maybe that could assist us.
Sure.
I don't know if she even knows about them.
Oh, really?
No, I don't. Tell me.
Why don't we sample them right now?
It's the way we come up with the temperature.
This is our early forecast that we do. We have an old lottery ball machine
with 2 balls in it. Here.
First number is 7. This is for the actual afternoon high. The second number is So today's high 72 here.
It worked.
The weather balls never lie.
They never lie. That is hysterical. I love this.
They're in pretty good shape after all these years.
We also have the
roulette wheel.
We have
the roulette wheel accomplishes the same function.
The weather roulette wheel.
Why don't we spin the weather roulette wheels?
Let's try that.
Because Brittany doesn't know about that.
Got
the marble in there.
High technology here.
Here we go. And the high temperature today, 72.
Black
I love it.
72.
I use darts, so we all have our own.
You use darts?
we haven't tried that one.
No.
Maybe the hatchet throw.
There you go.
All right, Brittany.
All right.
Well, sounds good.
We're sorry to have to put you through that.
No, that was the best part of my day. You guys enjoy your beautiful dry weekend.
Yes,
All right,
you.
Brittany.
All right.
Thank you very much. We'll talk to you Monday.
Take care.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Brittany Merlot, civic meteorologist. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Taking the weight of the weather off of your shoulders now, Gordy.
Yeah.
I think
Gordy
she was stunned.
Put
in his past.
They're stunned. She was stunned by that weather technology that we brought to the table.
Yes.
Yeah. She doesn't know what to make
We're
of it.
just so ahead of the curve here.
I know. Yeah.
It almost looked like she was jealous. I don't want to read into too much.
I like her idea of using darts. We should get a dartboard up in the studio here.
Dartboard, some tarot cards, crystal ball, have it all.
I think we can I think the darts might be good, or I still think the hatchet.
Throw the hatchet?
What do they call it? Axe or hatchet?
Axe throwing.
Either or, I don't know.
Yeah. Those have become pretty popular the last few years.
Very popular.
See them all over
they
the
have
place
for your home now.
Do they really?
Yes.
Doesn't seem like a good idea.
No.
It's a good way to let off a little steam. Have you ever been to one of those places where you can just go and break stuff?
I don't know. I've never been. I've seen them.
Yeah. I haven't been to one either, but
you can break china and
you
plates
just go and break. Wear safety glasses, break glass with a bat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have anything like that around here, Madison?
I don't know.
That'd be fun.
I'm sure we should go there sometime, all three of us.
Yeah.
I just want to.
What do you got?
I want to rattle some papers.
Why?
Just to let you know that I actually prepared for the show today, and we have gotten to none of it.
Well, let's get to some of it. Now it's too late.
Here are the stories.
Well, that's nice.
I just proof.
Why don't you save them?
I brought stuff in.
Save them for the dumpster fire next Friday.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back to normal by then.
Thanks.
Yeah. We've got Rocker waiting in the wings here with the Maxing preview. Tell us what's going on this weekend.
Well, now remember, the whole point we having Rocker here is so we can hear Wisconsin music.
Some local
musicians here in Wisconsin writing their own stuff.
Right.
Recording their own stuff, and we get to play it here on the program.
Every Friday morning we do that.
That's what it's about.
And we're going to do that coming up on the John and Gordy Show for a Friday, right here on 92.7 WMDX.
In the morning, as we were saying, let the sun shine. It's the John and Gordy Show.
From the Civic Media Mothership, it's the John and Gordy Show.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Ed's Wine, the only fancy French wine sold in a handy resealable cardboard carton. 49 cents a quart or 89 cents a gallon. Sure, you pay a few pennies more, but it's worth it.
It is.
It's good stuff.
Again, remember,
wine.
Ed made the cardboard box wine first before anybody else.
Way ahead of his time.
Now, I was thinking, I think the promotion department is putting together a John and Gordy Day at the Museum of Historic Torture Devices. So we're thinking about putting that together now.
Get a little bus tour?
Yes. Oh, yes. The whole day at the Torture Device Museum.
Are you guys going to get to sample all of the devices there? You guys are going to try them out?
Well, no, we're going to ask the listeners to try it out first.
Right. See what happens. See if we have any takers. 7:35.
Right.
Rain today, highs in the low 70s. Time to welcome Rocker into the John and Gordy studios this morning. Good morning, Rocker.
What's happening, guys?
You are, man. You are.
Oh, good to be here.
Yeah, you ready for a big weekend of local and regional music?
I am. There is tons of stuff going on. And one thing I would like to announce to you guys.
Yes.
July 6th is coming up next week.
Next Saturday.
And it's Max Inc. Radio's 5th anniversary. Here on 92.7.
Really? That's great.
We started out when it was Talk 92.7, and then it became Devil Radio, and now it's Mad Radio and Civic Media, and we've been here for 5 years
for
now,
the whole
starting in July.
Wow!
Now we started.
Congratulations in advance.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And we started as an internet radio station back in 2011, but we went to FM back in 2019. So that's pretty cool. Great little milestone coming up.
Congratulations. I mean, that people don't realize that's really an achievement, actually. To bring local, it is to bring local music to the masses here for 5 years and to stay on the air. Good for you, man.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a journey, and it's going great. We're statewide. We started out it's just here, then here in Milwaukee, then Civic Media came along and started grabbing stations, and it's awesome because we get to reach all these local places where there's great local music. Speaking of local music, Max Inc. Radio has local music every weekend starting at 6 p.m. And this week we have lots of really cool stuff, great interviews, lots of local music. Terry Barr, Rocker, and Jimmy K will all be here. Actually, this week, KJ's filling in for Terry. She's off. Full Mile Beer Company and Kitchen owner CJ Hall. He'll be in here with head brewer Bill. We're going to be talking about the Full Mile Beer Company and Kitchen. Boy, that's a mouthful. And they have some great music coming up. We'll be talking about that later.
Full Mile. That's in
Sun Prairie.
Sun Prairie, yeah.
Walter Trabb, he is a local hip hop artist, and he's releasing new material. So we're going to talk to Walter. And then live in the lair, we have Sarah. So she played our stage last week. She's played in here before. We've listened to some of her stuff. She's awesome, and we're going to spend a full hour getting to know her. Indy 45 with Shane Christopher Neal. He will also be on the phone with us. He has a new show that we have at 10 p.m. And then Max Inc. After Hours with Rob Roberts at 11.
Okay.
Now, we have Sarah. She relocated to Madison from Puerto Rico after being handed a guitar from her mother, and a lot of time post the hurricane down there. Sarah spent her time teaching herself guitar, and the talented singer performed solo this Saturday night at 9 p.m. right here, live in the lair on Max Inc. Radio. And, we have another song that she played for us. And she, Live in the Lair is a live concert on the radio every week featuring an artist that we really get to know. And this week it's Sarah. Let's listen to a song that we recorded right here a couple months ago. It's called Addicted to You. This is Sarah.
How can I find a way to get it out of my mind? I know I've made mistakes, but I'm not the only one who's blind. I spend most of my days observing time just passing by, living inside of my brain, pretending life just all is chaos. How can I find a way if you continue to blame who is not at fault? Ooh, I'm an addict. I cannot say which way coming from. I'm an addict, fella.
And that
beautiful
was live.
voice.
That was in your studio.
That was right here in the studio.
Beautiful. Yep.
Right
Amazing.
while we're sitting here. Yeah, great. And if you want to read about her, go to the civicmedia.us website, and there's an article on Sarah as well. Gentle Brontosaurus. They are indie pop. It's coming to the Red Rooster on Seaforth Road on Highway 51, Wednesday, July 3rd. They're playing with Marigold Motel. So it's a sextuplet, Marigold Motel, and Gentle Brontosaurus, which is a quintet. So we get 6 and 5. Gentle Brontosaurus, they'll make you want to dance and hug. So it's very happy music.
Wow, okay.
Dance and hug.
Dance
at the
and
same
hug.
time?
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Dance and hug.
All right.
$1 million light bulb. This is Gentle Brontosaurus.
All right.
They tell you it was time to drink. Didn't they tell you it was time to dream? Under flickering fluorescent red. What kind of mechanic wouldn't hear the clamor? Go on and scream like you're not gonna listen for an answer. We've got to grow in these quickening times. I'm afraid I'll hit the sky. Screaming so slow down.
Nice. Gentle Brontosaurus.
Yeah, really, Madison is kind of a hotbed for, indie bands, indie pop bands. We have quite a bit here. So
Hey,
they're
listen,
a really good one.
I hate to interrupt. Catherine just walked into the studio here. Catherine, what's going on?
I'm heading to Waukesha to hang out with those guys because I like them better than you.
Yeah,
but,
thanks.
No,
That's true.
I'm kidding.
That's true.
But I just wanted to say hi to you guys. First of all, you're doing such a great job post-debate, talking positively as best you can, and I really appreciate that because the rest of the world not doing that.
Oh, they aren't.
So thank you for that because
yeah.
it made it easier to brush my teeth. And Rocker, do you mind if I mention that you're a realtor too?
Sure.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, because I just did. And he found my flipping house.
Yes.
I closed
Found
next
a house
week.
for you.
Yes.
He found me a
That
house
quick.
in
Yes,
Madison.
I know it. Finally.
We love Rocker.
Yes,
Okay,
we
that's
do.
all I wanted to do. Thank
and we
you
have
all.
and we have new lanyards there, huh?
Yes, you want one?
Yeah. Could
okay.
I have one? I'm putting a picture together to put on this lanyard.
Gordy had them made. Do you have yours?
I have one in the car. Yes, I've got one already. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, Civic Media, go.
Well, safe travels to Waukesha. All right.
Right there.
Catherine Lake making a guest appearance.
Very official now. People will recognize us when we finally go to any event at all.
Right? It's a good thing. All right.
All right, let's continue. By the way, Brontosaurus, I got to say, that's one of the first dinosaur names I learned how to say when I was a little kid. Tyrannosaurus and Brontosaurus.
Okay, good.
How about Gentle Tyrannosaurus?
You're right. Yeah,
Doesn't work. Doesn't work the same way, does it?
Okay, let's get back to the music here.
Let's get back to the music.
Yeah, come on.
La Fête de Marquette, one of my favorite festies here in Madison. It kicks off on Thursday, July 11th at McPike Park, just over on the east side. And the Periodicals, they are playing. They are playing the main stage at 4:30 p.m. The Periodicals merge Northern Soul, classic R&B, and alternative rock to create an inventive, soulful, and searching sound. Formed in 2013, the Periodicals are a British-American, Wisconsin-based 10-piece band featuring guitars, horns, keyboards, violin, and great vocals. And so this is a really good band. I suggest you get out there. La Fête de Marquette, Thursday, July 11th at 4:30 on the main stage. The Periodicals. This is I Can't Stop.
All right.
Thinking for a long minute, looking in the mirror, back at the beginning. I remember the first time, and so many words lost in living. Why I fell at the first line.
Great sound.
Periodicals. periodically they appear at McPike Park.
Well, this was a great quote I saw that the band actually said. They said, part of what makes the chemistry in this band so great is that although we are a mix of people from across the community and we come from all kinds of different places and backgrounds, we are united in our love of this music and how important it is to share it.
Wow,
good.
nice
Good for
statement.
them. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, did we spoke about Cave in the Mounds last week?
Yes,
and we were talking
How
about
did that go?
the Blacklight Tour.
Yeah.
It's coming up this Sunday.
Oh, okay.
At 4:30. But you know what? You know what today they have?
What?
A lantern tour.
A lantern.
Yeah,
Wow.
so, the Cave of the Mounds, it was discovered in 1939 during a quarry blast. And when they entered the cave, the workers, all they had were lanterns. So they're going to kind of recreate this so that you can discover the cave like the first explorers.
Excellent.
Remember the ghosts that came down the stairway in Poltergeist?
Yeah.
They were all carrying lanterns.
Oh,
yeah.
It sounds scary, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
There'd be a lot of long shadows, I imagine, in there.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be
Creepy.
afraid to go into the Cave of the Mounds.
Yeah. but you want to go to the torture museum instead, okay? Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's get to Eddie Burth.
I don't know.
Today, Eddie Burth, June 28th at 6 p.m., he's playing at the McFarland House Cafe, Exchange Street in McFarland. Eddie Burth is an American singer-songwriter living in Madison. His attraction to songwriting is driven by the poetic and thought-provoking nature of lyrics. Americana drives his unique sound. Really good guy. We had him play last year at our stage here in front of Civic Media. This is Smoke from Your Gun. This is Eddie Burth.
Hold on, this lady is crying. It turns out her husband is dead. Well, she's old and she's weak. She yearns to be seen for her beauty and youth that has fled. I said, hold on, this lady is crying. It turns out her husband is dead. But she's old and she's weak. She yearns to be seen for her beauty and youth that has fled. So bask in your youth, 'cause he's bound to lead you. And remember where your elders came from. Say
Now that's a great song. I've heard Eddie Burth on the Americana show.
Oh, yeah.
And I fell in love with his music. This song I love. And, if he has more music, I'd like to hear it.
Oh, he does. I'll bring in more.
All right. Fantastic.
He has a whole bunch of songs. Eddie Burth. And he's playing tonight at... Now,
McFarland House Cafe. Is that on the main drag?
I don't know where Exchange Street is. I was like, I really want to go there because they have some just incredible food, a whole bunch of things going on there. It's this whole kind of complex.
Yeah, Exchange Street. I think it's, yeah. Yeah, all right.
McFarland. Okay.
Yeah, McFarland.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
The Beer Rock is having their 6-year anniversary party. That's at 2911 North Sherman Avenue, Northside Town Center, across from Warner Park. Saturday, June 29th. That's tomorrow. It's Jed and Company. It's a Grateful Dead tribute band at 8 p.m., and it features a liquid light show. And the little secret tip here is that the Terrapin Brewery from Athens, Georgia, is taking over the tap. And that's, Grateful Dead,
great.
Terrapin Station.
Fantastic, yeah.
So
Okay.
Even Grateful Dead themed beer.
Yep.
Okay. Excellent.
And that happens a lot. I'm taking over the tap at a bar.
Yeah. Tap takeover.
Yeah, tap takeover.
We are going to be back with more Rocker coming up with the rest of the Max Inc. preview. What are we hearing right now, Sam?
One of our random stock songs. I thought you were going to try and get to the last song
Exactly.
here, but
Okay, good. We're coming back with more of John and Gordy with Rocker.
Dig this crazy pad. Man, it's a mad pad.
It is. Yes, it is.
WMDX 92.7 FM, 1580 AM, and check us out on the Civic Media app as well. We're there, and you can get us anywhere in the world if you just pull up that app on your phone.
And we're continuing with Rocker this morning with the Max Inc. preview. A little bit more local and regional music to listen to this morning. What do we have up next here, Rocker?
Well, let's talk about some stuff that's happening around Independence Day, right?
Okay.
Blythe Gamble, Independence Blues with Blythe Gamble and Bill Roberts, who, of course, is a legendary blues guy here. Sunday, July 7th, 2 to 5 p.m. at the Breakwater Monona Riverfront Bar and Restaurant with 2 levels. It's got patio seating and a rooftop bar and grill. So you get to go see this traditional and original blues on the rooftop patio. There's no cover, food and drinks, and that's coming up Sunday, July 2nd, 2 to 5 p.m. And just a side note, Bill Roberts Combo plays tonight, June 28th at the Mansion Hill Inn at 6:30 p.m., which is a really, I thought, a unique place to go see a show at the Mansion Hill Inn.
Yeah, I can't imagine where in the Mansion Hill Inn it would be.
Yeah. I want to see, a bunch of rockers come in there and hang out. Hey, where's the show in here at the Mansion Hill Inn?
I stayed there once.
Did you really?
Yeah,
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it's a posh place.
It is.
Well, let's listen to some Blythe Gamble. This is with her band. This song is called Take Me Home and Bake Me.
I ain't no baker, but I like it sweet. You're looking to me like a tasty treat. I'm covered in food from my head to my toes. If you're hungry, baby, then we're good to go. And if you think you got the time, well, I only want to make you mine. Working so hard all damn week, pennies on the dollar just to make ends meet. Now that I'm done, we can have some fun. I'm sticky sweet like hot cross buns. And if you think you got the time, well, I only want to make you mine. Take me home and bake me. Put me in your oven. Take me out and taste me. Roll me over. Stick it tight. It's hot in here, but it's
good song.
Sounds
Blythe
like
Gamble.
a very kinky scene out of a movie sometime. Where the heck? All right, she's just covered in food. I got it.
Well, you can go find out, John.
Yeah.
Sunday, July 7th, at the Breakwater Monona.
Live Gamble. All right.
All right. Good.
Let's see. There's a rooftop firework watch party going on Saturday, July 29th. I saw this. I had to say it at the Rigby, which is 119 East Main Street, just off the Capitol Square. It's going to have DJ C.R. Moody, brats and Jello shots. So it's a real Wisconsin event. Go watch the fireworks from the roof, brats and Jello shots.
But you have July 29th?
I mean June 29th. Jeez. Oh, thanks, John.
All right. Oh, it's June 29th.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Tomorrow night.
I was going to say, you're going to need Jello shots to watch the firework display on July 29th.
You have a really good point there.
But that's good. Okay, we straightened it out. It's June 29th.
June 29th
Yeah.
at the Rigby. Watch the fireworks. Roscoe Foster and the Rascal Theory. You guys may know him. He's out of Baraboo. Roscoe Foster, the Rascal Theory, they rock, they funk, they sing the blues with plenty of groove. They're going to be at the Full Mile Beer Company and Kitchen in Sun Prairie Saturday, July 13th at 7 p.m. And I thought I'd bring a good song from them. This one is called Palm of Her Hand.
She got the wind in her hair and a past at her back, world at her feet, and that's a stone cold fact. And I guess I wonder, I try so hard to understand how she make room for me in the palm of her hand.
be a part of that band, didn't you, when you were in Baraboo?
No, they're too good. They're too good for me.
They're very good, yeah.
That's excellent.
Oh, Roscoe, he's really good. Yeah. And he'll also be playing here in Madison at the Boneyard coming up in August, on August 17th.
Good deal.
And that's what I got for you guys today.
Those are
MagSync Radio, 6 p.m. tomorrow night.
Give us the recap on the weekend lineup here. We got a little time.
Oh, we got Full Mile Beer Company and Kitchen owner C.J. Hall and head brewer Bill, Walter Trabb, local hip hop artist, and Sarah in the Lair, and Indy 45's Shane Christopher Neal.
Good deal. Well, we hope you have a good weekend.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Always fun to have you here.
Yeah. And now I get to go brave the rain and see what's going to happen to me at the lakefront.
Well, that's right. Summerfest. With Iron Plow. Again, where's the venue and what's the time?
Iron Plow and Madison Supertanker are right after us. That's at the Whammy Stage tonight at 6 p.m. we start. And there's bands all day. There's great bands. In fact, Aaron Williams, another Madison guy, he's playing at 4 p.m. today on that stage.
All right, and REO Speedwagon is the headliner, right?
Yeah, they're the big guys.
Yeah.
We'll go hang out with them.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, well, tell them we said hello.
The bus driver, they take you on the shuttle, like from the parking lot to get to the stage. You're treated pretty nicely.
Yeah, sure.
And it's funny because the bus driver, people are walking through the path, and he always goes on. He's like, "Oh, look out! I got REO Speedwagon in here." People are looking at us.
Wow.
Whatever the headlining band is, he'll tell the people that it's totally hilarious. They're trying to see you there.
That's good. You need that.
We're signing autographs out the window.
Yeah, it's nice going to Summerfest. Trying to find a parking space. Oh God. But
it's worth it, though.
But they do have shuttles. I think they have shuttle areas where you can park.
I'll tell you where to go, dude.
Where?
You go to Polly's Club in West Allis, right? Okay. Polly's Club in West Allis, they have a whole fleet of buses that take people back and forth to Summerfest. So you park there, and then you take the shuttle into Summerfest, and then there's bands and stuff afterwards. In fact, Saturday, July 6th, Iron Plow is playing an after party at Polly's Club. It's an after Summerfest party. July 6th in West Allis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what a great tip. Thank you.
Very cool, Rocker. We'll talk to you next Friday. Hope you have a good weekend.
Thanks, guys.
You betcha.
I hope to have a good weekend myself.
You too, John.
Yes.
All right, Sam, you
and
too.
Sam, you.
All right.
Okay.
Will do.
Hope you have a good one. Yeah.
I hope you too.
Well, this is kind of a sad party.
And hope you, dear listener, have a great weekend, too. That's going to do it for John and Gordy for this Friday and for this week.
Yes, it will be it.
We'll be back Monday morning.
I can't wait.
Have a wonderful weekend. So long.
You too. Everybody have a great weekend.
Bye, y'all.
Remember how it ended? Yeah, everything at the end blowed up. Blowed up good. Blowed up real good. Yeah.